the week that was. We've got young Cal from Big V on our right here, and the leading tipster from the Big V's footy tipping this year, Tim.
Thank you.
So we'll just go through the VC finals and VC reserve finals, and firstly, we'd like to congratulate all teams that made these finals. It's been another big year for everyone, and so we'll just start with the girls under 20 VC championship, Nunawading v Warrandyte. Cal, what do you think? I know you don't know much.
Well, look, just going purely on rankings, you've got to say Nunawading are in the box seat here. What are your thoughts? You probably know a bit. What do you got, Tim?
I'm in
tipster, mate.
Yeah, so I've got a reputation to uphold, but
right.
Throughout the year, I think Nunawading's had the chocolates for Warrandyte, so I think I'll have
Nunawading got into the final week before. Warrandyte won last week, so we'd say Warrandyte. Now the girls VC championship, Knox versus Diamond Valley. Tim?
I reckon I'll have to go with Knox here. I think they've only had didn't have a loss, they've only had one draw or something like that, so
it's a pretty good season. I don't think it's going to be tarnished in this grand final, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think Knox, but Diamond Valley, they've come from fifth, so it's been a cutthroat right through, so it's been a great effort.
Storming home.
Yeah,
it's good.
Girls 12 VC reserve, Whittlesea versus Bulleen.
Yep.
I reckon I might go for a little bit of an upset here. I reckon I'll go for Bulleen. I reckon they can get the job done.
Yeah, they've got a good coach there. Cheryl Chambers is helping out with Linda Perry there, so I think they could get it done. And from third, it's still a good effort to get there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cal?
Yeah, Whittlesea for mine. I think
Whittlesea.
they'll be right.
Okay. Girls VC 12 championships, Bulleen versus Dandenong. This is to me a clash of the Titans here.
It certainly is.
Big one.
Big programs. Who do you think was it? Is this sort of a toss a coin or?
I think maybe a toss a coin, but both Bulleen ranked 1. Dandenong was finished second on the ladder.
Yeah.
I just think a little bit of toughness with Bulleen will come through in the end. What do you think, Tim?
Was it, what I've heard, was there a draw last time these two?
Yes, it was.
So
yeah,
I think in regards to that, I reckon I might go Dandenong.
Oh, okay.
So they go.
Very good. Girls 14 VC reserve, Diamond Valley, Nunawading. Again, another two big clubs. Diamond Valley finished first on the ladder, Nunawading fourth in the ladder. I think I've got to go. I reckon Diamond Valley here.
I would too. Unanimous across the board.
Yeah.
Okay. Girls 16 VC championship. Bulleen finished first, and again another big clash. Melbourne finished third on the ladder.
Foxy's girls.
Yes, and I know Gary would have set a target at the beginning of the year, win the classic, win the state championships.
Yep.
But also it's a bit of a clash of the coaches, Gary Fox and Ray Tomlinson.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, big game. I think the Bulleen girls have gone undefeated throughout the season, so I don't think that's going to change.
I don't think so either.
Pretty big deal to win the classic and the VC title, so I think they'll have that in their sights.
16 girls VC reserve. Great effort by Latrobe City doing all the travelling versus Diamond Valley. Now Latrobe finished first on the ladder. Diamond Valley finished 8th on the ladder.
This is the lowest ranked team we have in the grand final series this weekend.
Yeah.
The lowest ranked. Can they do it?
So Diamond Valley 2. That's a great effort by Ross Clark and his girls.
Yep.
First season with coaching girls, Ross.
Yep.
I've
got Ross on Facebook, so I've been following this story along for the last little while.
I think they've had a great win last week against Ballerine, but it's going to be a tight one, this one. I think maybe just Latrobe by a couple of points.
I'm going to go with Diamond Valley. I think they come from 8th to make it to the grand final. Huge effort. I reckon they can go one step further and win it.
I'm not one step better than Richmond.
Anyone can do better than Richmond.
Who's Latrobe City coach?
Damien Powell.
I don't have him on Facebook, so I'm going to have to go with Ross.
Okay, now this is a big one. 18 girls championship. Bulleen finished 4th on the ladder, and Southern Peninsula finished 3rd on the ladder.
Yep.
There's a few things here. What do you think, Tim? You got a bit of a...
Well, I reckon because Southern Penn, they knocked off Melbourne last week, and Melbourne went through the season undefeated. I reckon that's a big way, and Southern Penn, they're going to take it out.
I'm going Southern Penn too. Jared Hill here, in his charges, should get the job done.
Well, a little bit of history could be made here. I'll have to check back way in the records, but Southern Penn won VC Victorian Country Championships.
Yep.
They won the Classic. So if they win the state championships, that's a trifecta.
Trifecta.
Impressive feat there.
So it's going to be a great game, but I'd have to go with Southern Penn here. There's a few tough, Eliza West and Ella.
Yep. Ella Helsey.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it was a massive game, double overtime against Melbourne Tigers last week to actually win it by 2 points. So
huge win.
Girls 18 reserve. Dandenong finished first. Kilsyth fourth.
I think this one's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Daniel. Finish on top.
Yeah, Matt's got the girls running really well there, so probably a bit unlucky he didn't make the VC, but I think he's got them going in the second season.
Yeah, sure.
Now we go over to the boys. We'll start with the boys 20 VC championships. Dandenong versus Sandringham. Now Sandringham again has been sudden death right through. They finished fourth, so every game they've played, it's either win or go home sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
Coached by Parveen.
Yep.
He's a lot of players have played youth league this year.
Yeah, a very young team. I know a couple of these boys. I got to tip Sandy because I know a couple of those guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. I reckon it could go either way, but maybe Sandringham by a couple of points.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go for Dandenong.
I think Sandy, having been put in the situation where they have to win week after week, tells a lot about the character of the team and how they cope with the pressure, and they've done it so far. So.
Well, Ringwood finished first on the ladder, and they beat him by 3 points last week.
That's
so, 12 VC Championship boys. We got Hawthorn, which is a merging blockhouse association, and Dandenong finished second on the ladder.
Yeah, right.
Hawthorn, my thought is they'll probably get this job done with Lucas coaching the young boys. He's got them really going well.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon Hawthorn as well.
Yep.
Okay.
But it'll be a great game, 1 versus 2. So.
And in the 12 boys VC reserve, Eltham finished first and Altona second. So again, clash of the top teams. I think Eltham probably get over the line with the assistant coach, the male man, helping Jill there.
It's Carl Malone coaching.
Paul Marley. Oh, no.
Get Carl Malone.
So I think Eltham. What do you reckon?
I reckon Eltham as well. They've won 7 in a row, so I reckon they'll get that going.
That's enough for me.
14 boys championship now. This is a good one. Nunawading finished fourth, but got there, and Hawthorn lost their first week, and they got there through the other way. So Hawthorn finished 1, Nunawading 2. It's going to be Rowan Sword against Donis. So I think Adonis has got Hawthorn going well. I think that just a little hiccup at the first week of the finals, I reckon they'll go right through now.
I think Nunawading have been on the improve later on in the year, and Hawthorn a little bit of a lull, as you said, not long ago. I'm going Nunawading for the upset. I think Rowan Sword will have those boys ready to go, and they'll get Hawthorn this time.
I reckon Nunawading beating Hawthorn in the finals. I reckon they'll get it done again.
Mental edge was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I say. 14 boys reserve. Now, a great effort here by Bendigo doing the travelling to play Werribee. Bendigo finished second on the ladder, Werribee third on the ladder. So the first team, Kilsyth, got knocked out by Bendigo on last week. So and did it by Bendigo by 10 points. So my thinking is Bendigo here.
Yeah, looking pretty good nick at the moment.
Yeah, I reckon being a country lad, got to go for Bendigo.
That's fair enough.
We'd have to agree there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. 16 boys championship. This is the big one. Knox finished second and Dandenong finished fourth. And Dandenong knocked off Melbourne the first week, which put them on the other side.
Yep.
And then Knox beat Melbourne last week by 9 points sort of thing. So it's a close one, but and from the whole season, Dandenong, Knox, Melbourne have all. It's been won or lost by a few points during the season.
Yep.
Classic
champions, Dandenong.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I mean. I've got to go Dandenong, I think, here because they just seem to have Steve Buckley will be having his boys ready to go on this one.
I agree. I agree with you, mate.
Dandenong all the way.
16 boys reserve, Blackburn versus Hawthorn. Blackburn finished fourth and they got right there, and Hawthorn finished second. So bit of I think the coach here, Blackburn's got the boys going well. Paul, I think he'll get the job. Blackburn will get the job done there.
I don't don't know. It was, I reckon.
Yeah.
Last time they played Hawthorn won by 26. I know grand final's a different thing, but
I think that's a pretty good
I
indicator.
reckon Hawthorn
Might just have the wood over him.
Oh, okay. Very
Double
good.
Hawthorn.
And then 18 boys VC championships. Dandenong finished first, coached by Ricky, and Melbourne finished second, coached by David Crow. Two great teams here, two good coaches. Last time Melbourne lost to Dandenong, but they didn't have the glove man, Dave Owies. Matt
Matt
Owies.
Yeah.
Um,
Shout out to his dad, Dave.
Yeah. The little man, he's around somewhere. Don't know where he's hiding, but
Yeah.
could be under the table.
He's actually been on the show the whole time. You just didn't see him.
I think Melbourne, with their full roster back, will get this done. Won't be by much, but it'll be a tight game.
Jumping back to the classic, Melbourne obviously won that. The champions, Dandenong won bronze. Look, I think this is another flip a coin one. To be honest with you, I think I'm leaning towards Dandenong, but look, on the day, it's who shows up.
I'm with you, Wise. I reckon Melbourne get the job done.
But Ricky could have these boys going really well, and he's had them to finish top of the ladder for the whole season. It's still a great effort, isn't it? So
huge.
it's a toss of coin there. And the last one, 18 boys VC reserve, Sandringham versus Warrandyte. Sandringham finished first, Warrandyte third. I think Sandringham for me, because Dave Mitchell has got these boys going well for the whole season.
Yep.
Lost a few players early on in the first 9 rounds where they just, and then I think they've been able to regroup and finish the season off well so far.
Yep.
I'm going Sandy too.
I'm going Sandy. Last 11, they've had 10 wins and a draw, so that's good enough
There's
for
the
me.
research.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's
it's
great.
fantastic. Well, thanks very much, everyone. Good luck with all the teams this Friday night. Get down to the State Basketball Centre or Dandenong to see some great junior basketball. Thanks very much.